Hey guys, I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to another edition of Tarot Tuesday. Today we are going to be doing a fun little mini reading for you all. I'm going to bring my friend Jane with me, and we are going to be talking about the autumn equinox coming up tomorrow, as well as the full moon that just happened. Hey Jamie, how are you doing today?
Hey, doing well. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm doing good. So I'm really excited for the equinox tomorrow, and we just
Yeah.
had a full moon the other day. So a
Yeah,
lot of
how did your full moon night go?
well, unfortunately, it's been pouring rain here for the past few
Oh.
days, so I didn't really get much of a view. What about you?
We did get a cool view with some like really fast moving clouds over, made it
Mhm.
very spooky looking. So it was really nice over here in Chicago area.
Mhm.
Hopefully by you guys, you had a wonderful full moon as well. And
Yeah.
we are doing readings for you guys today.
Mhm. Yeah, so I think we were going to draw a couple cards for, I guess, kind of the equinox for maybe this month ahead, to give you guys a little bit of guidance into this autumnal season. So I was thinking, let me know how this sounds if we each draw two cards. That way you guys will get four cards, four pieces of wisdom and guidance to take you into the autumn equinox. Does that sound good with you?
Sounds great.
Okay, awesome. And I see a lot
Maybe
of
we can.
people joining
Oh,
now.
sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was just
awesome.
checking
Welcome
everyone
in.
joining.
Yeah, welcome in, guys. We're picking some cards for the autumn equinox. How about one card for adding what to add into our lives, and maybe one card,
Hmm.
what can we release for the
Ooh,
autumn
that's a
coming
good
up?
idea. Hmm. I like that idea. So, yeah, so one card, what we want to bring in, one card, what we want to release, and then we'll each be drawing two cards. So, yeah, that sounds good. Should you start or do you want me to start?
I would say go for it. I'm gonna shuffle. I'm gonna be over here shuffling.
Okay, great. So we'll both be using our deck, which is the Key Tarot. We, of course, have links to this in both of our bios. We have our own website, which is thekeytarotdeck.com. Or I guess just thekeytarot.com. Sorry for that. And yeah, so feel free to check that out if you're interested. But let's dive right in. So we are thinking about the autumn equinox. I'm just going to give my cards a little bit of an additional shuffle, cut the deck a couple times here. So first I'm going to do what we should bring in to this autumnal season. So what do we want to bring into our lives? So let's see what we get. King of Swords. Interesting. This is a good one. So all the court cards usually represent either someone else or an aspect of our personality that we want to embrace. So I think for this one, it's telling us to embrace the personality of the King of Swords. And the King of Swords represents someone who is logical, rational, fiercely intelligent, has a great thirst for knowledge and wisdom. So this is going to be the month where we dig deep into our studies. This is going to be a great time to learn, to read, to explore. And also, it's going to be a time where we try and level out our emotions so we're not up and down the whole time, and approach situations and issues with clear, cold rationality. So we want to embrace the Spock mindset for
Ooh, love
this month
that
ahead.
comparison.
So that's going to help fuel us this season to help embrace that lust for learning, that clear rationality that's going to help probably our decision-making abilities overall.
Yeah, that's aligning perfect timing for those starting school as well.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, yeah, awesome. So let's see, do you want to draw your card now for what we should be
Sure. All
bringing
right, what can
into
we?
our lives for the season.
All right, what can we add into our autumn season? Going to go with this lucky card here. Ooh, we've got a Six
Ooh.
of Pentacles.
Mhm,
So, remembering your generosity and giving nature, take time to give to others. And, that doesn't necessarily mean financially, money, but it could be the warmth and friendship or loving care. It is the earth element, which is talking about, embracing others here on earth with
mhm,
your different things that you have to offer. Think about what do you have in abundance that you can bring to other people around you
mhm,
that may not be as fortunate as you in those areas. And like I said, it doesn't have to be money. It could be maybe you have a ton of food that you're baking, or you just brought in a ton of stuff from your garden and you want to share with your neighbors. Passing along and kind of like paying it forward and being giving during this, Thanksgiving's coming up. So it's really aligning with that too, that giving nature coming up in eventually in November. But start thinking about those things of how we can start, passing on the goodness that we have. So
mhm.
yeah, I think that's a great way to start our autumn. And now we're going to be talking about what can we release? Let's like let go of some stuff.
Right. And the autumn equinox is all about balance. So this really is the time to be thinking about what you're bringing in and what you need to release to help restore that balance. Because on the equinox, it's equal amount of daylight, equal amount of nighttime. So likewise, we want to think about our own lives and
Yeah.
bring a bit more balance. So
Didn't you
yeah, this,
also you were mentioning earlier to me it was like Libra season's coming up.
mhm,
So that's also very like
mhm.
scale balance.
Yes, it starts tomorrow. So we are almost
Yeah.
in Libra season. And
Yeah,
as a
perfect.
Libra myself, it's my favorite time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see Zenid66 says, you mean don't eat all the Halloween candy, but share it. Yes, exactly.
Well, everything in moderation, including moderation. So at least on Halloween, feel free to eat all the candy you want, or at least that's what I do. Oh, and
Yeah.
I see a comment here from Onteros the Healer saying, I've been working with the Temperance card. Yes, the Temperance card is a great one to be working with for this time of year. So that's wonderful. So let me see here. I'm going to cut the deck a few more times. I'm going to be drawing a card of something we need to release for this season. Let's see. Okay, let's see what we get. Six of Cups. Interesting. So this one is often about nostalgia and our past and kind of thinking back to when we were kids. Sometimes this card indicates kind of reconnecting with people from our past, maybe even visiting your hometown, reunions, things having to do with your past. Now, this is an interesting one to get for what we want to release because I think this one is probably saying lately we've been looking back too much, perhaps. We've been too much digging into nostalgia. Um, this is kind of funny for me because I've been on this binge of watching 90s action movies. Very nostalgic, right? Because I'm probably trying to escape the present or, my worries about the future a bit. And this card is reminding me, and I think reminding all of us, that we can't stay in the past forever. We have to face these challenges that are coming our way. We have to live in the now. So, releasing that urge for nostalgia, releasing that desire to constantly look back, I think is going to help fuel you for this season and help open you up and create new opportunities for things in your future. So, an interesting one to get. Let's see which one you get for this question.
I love that, and I saw a quick comment here. GWS says, so let go of who we used to be. That's a really great addition there. Thank you.
Mhm.
Um, Yeah, definitely love that one. So, one more card for what we can release this season. Ooh, look who popped out. We were just talking about temperance, but
Yeah.
releasing temperance is interesting, right? So if we're working
Mhm.
with temperance, we're talking about balance, moderation, and alchemy.
Mhm.
So maybe we have been a little bit too kind of like focused on those things and letting loose a little bit, playing with the so much that we are driving ourselves
Mhm.
crazy over it. Like allow it to balance off naturally, possibly
Mhm.
is a release of this card. Maybe we're just like focusing too hard on, okay, now I got to do this, now I got to do that, now I can't do that, and I can't do that. So it's like just calm, let it flow naturally. And it's like when you see water, water always like, you know, settles itself out, it always balances itself out. So just knowing that it's going to happen naturally and maybe releasing that like need for it
Mhm.
is
Mhm.
going to allow to just happen. So yeah, see, Peach says, "Wow, too much temperance."
Yeah, I think
Interesting.
sometimes like we can feel a lot of pressure, to kind of live these perfectly balanced and moderate lives. And I was thinking the other day I was watching some like random morning routine video on YouTube. And yes, that's like the peak temperance, right? You have your green juice and then you go work out and you're kind of, very calm and balanced in your morning routine. But at the same time, sometimes that isn't quite what we need to actually balance out our lives. Sometimes, if we're striving for perfection too much in being healthy and being organized and being motivated, we're ultimately not going to reach those things because we're stressing ourselves out too much. So it is very much like everything in moderation, including moderation, and to take this process slowly. Um, we don't want to force ourselves to the point where we're restricting. We want that balance to enhance our lives and our abilities as opposed to feel like kind of it's restricting us or boxing us in some way.
Yeah,
So
I also
I,
think of with temperance,
mhm,
when you dive into some explanations, they talk about things like vices, like alcohol, and things that
mhm,
are possibly can get into darker areas when we have too much of these things. But also remembering that, don't beat yourself up over, having a glass of wine versus a bottle of wine. It's like it's okay to just indulge a little in your human creature comforts, as long as
mhm,
you are enjoying yourself and also bringing yourself back. So finding that balance with your enjoyment and
mhm,
making this, enjoyable process in
mhm,
general. It's yeah, too much stress, too much pressure. You're still human.
mhm. Yeah, yeah, definitely. So that's a super interesting card that we pulled for today and for representing things to let go of.
Eat the candy.
Right? Yeah, don't feel guilty about eating the Halloween candy. Even though it's still a little early for Halloween candy, but maybe it's not. I always buy it like extra early so I have a chance to eat some of it.
They've already got stuff in shops, and I see some
Hmm.
Spirit Halloween shops popping up, so I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for watching today and for joining us. We will be doing Tarot Tuesday again next week. That time we'll be doing it on the Key Tarot Instagram, so you can join us over there. And of course, if you have suggestions for Tarot Tuesdays, things you would like to see, I know we've done a lot of mini readings in the past. We've also done some more educational Tarot Tuesdays about the different cards. I'd love to hear from you all what kinds of content you would like to see for Tarot Tuesdays. So do please let us know, send us a DM or make a comment. And yeah, this was really fun. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Mhm.
We'll see you
And
next
we'll
week.
see you next Tuesday. And happy Equinox.
Yeah,
Yep. Bye.
bye.